How you going? Stayer Off Grid here. This is a video about how to build a raised garden bed. I've got these garden beds from VidaXL.com. Alright, so these garden beds were 200 and I think they're about 215. I'll have to double check, I'll put it up on the screen. But the other way, they were around about 200 bucks, which is half the price of anything else I could find. I do watch another gardening show and he recommends, you know, this, I'm not going to say it, but a certain garden bed, but the thing is they were $400 for the same size. So let's see what they're like once I build them. They're ColourBond and galvanized, so it's not going to be a great deal of difference in them really when you think about it. So let's see. I've built this one bed already, and now I'm going to show you how to do it, because these are in the instructions, and you know, they sort of show you how to do it, but not really. Anyway, so what I've done here is laid out all the corner pieces, and I've put on the outside of the corner piece, so they're going to be joined together in the middle there. On the outside I've just put one bolt, just finger tight, because they're going to have to come out, because that's where the straight pieces over there will connect. But it just holds everything in place so that I can put, I'm now going to put a bolt at the top, a bolt in the middle, and a bolt at the bottom. So a bolt on either end and a bolt in the middle. That'll just hold it. You can put all the other bolts in later once it's standing upright. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and do that now. I sound like an American. I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. What do you mean you're going to go ahead? Like, don't go ahead, just do what you got to do now. Okay, I'll do that bit then. And now I've joined them together as one. So what I did was I put a bolt in one end, then I turned the whole lot over. I put a bolt in the other end, then I put a bolt. The middle one is really hard, so you can get a bolt either side of the middle, so one here and one here, and then I've put the middle one in. I couldn't get the washer on it, I just had the nut on it. I pulled it in with the nut, and then took the nut back off and put the washer on and then tightened it up. So that's fine for now. These maybe should line up later, otherwise you just have to drill them if necessary, but that gets the end piece done anyway. Now I'll do exactly the same thing on this one. Alright, so that's the second one done. Bolt at the top, 3 in the middle, and 1 at the bottom. And let me tell you, this is coming together really quick. The other one took me well, the best part of half a day to build. This one's just flying through it because after doing the first one and then sitting there thinking, right, how am I going to go about this? Well, this is the way to do it. All right, so this is one side wall. So you've got 4 panels, ColourBond panels, and then the one bracket in the middle. So once again, I'm going to put a bolt either end and 2 bolts in the middle, maybe 3. Just to tie the middle bit up, and then I'll move on to the next sheet. With your 4 panels out, you want to put a bolt in the middle of those panels just there. You want to put a bolt through your bracket on this side and on that side, and a bolt on the edge here. So now you'll be able to lift this up and put that middle bolt through, or as many as you want to get. Probably I'll put 3 in the middle again, just like the other one. Alright, so I put the bolts in the middle now, but, well, one either side of the middle. The middle one's going to have to be re-drilled. You can see there that the hole's not lining up. That's because there's 5 holes you're trying to get through in the middle, because it's all 4 sheets plus the bracket. All you need is a drill the size of the hole in the bracket, and it's easy just to drill through the ColourBond as long as you've got a drill. So that's what I'll do later. Alright, so that's the 2 bolts in the center done, outside on every, and I've tightened them up with a spanner. Now they do have on this side they have a Phillips head fitting. I've found I haven't needed to use it. I've just used a socket set or a ratchet spanner, and they've pulled in tight enough and you don't need to use it. That's not on all of them. Some of them later on when you're putting the rest together, sorry, when you're putting the rest of the bolts in, sometimes you do need to use the Phillips head, but not always. Okay, so the next step was just putting one bolt in the top here to connect the end section with the straight section, and one bolt in here to connect the straight section to the end section. And then you can go about putting on the other side, same thing, and then you'll be able to do the bottom ones. But that just holds it in place easily, and you can start on the other side and then finish it off with all the other bolts. All right, so that's the other one bolted in at the top. Now at this point, that's where you have to go back and pull out the bolts in this one and the bolt in that one. So that was just to hold it up together until you get to this point. So they've got to come out. It should still stand up and hold in its place. One on the straight piece here, one on the end piece in there, and the same for the other side. So it shouldn't be an issue. It won't fall apart because you've got the bolt up here, and the bottom bit can't drop anywhere. So that's what you have to do now. Okay, so I pulled the bolts out that were holding the ends together because they needed to come out to be able to join it all back together again. So I've rebolted it here, here and here, all the way around, same thing, here, here and here. Now, at this point, oh as well, when you, the ones that you're going to take out, just remember to don't tighten them with a spanner, because you're going to need to untighten them with a spanner, which I did, but you just do them hand tight. So what I'm going to do now is do the brace across the top here, and also I'll put all the bolts in down to halfway, so that way you can reach it with your arm easy. And then I'm going to turn the whole lot over the other way to do the same the other side. All right, so it's getting there. Let's have a look at it now. So I've put in the top half bolts all the way around, and showing you all of that. I don't know why I missed one there. I better put that one in, and I'll put this brace in. Now it's got these things to put it in, and it's a bolt on the outside. That's going to have a crisscrossed wire in there. All right, so now I'm just going to turn it over. Put that other bolt in, and then I'll turn it over. All the bolts are in and tight, other than the ones that I need to drill out still, which are the ones in the center. I've put the bracing in and the strapping across it. And the trick to getting that tight is leave these nuts. These nuts are the ones with the little loop on it. So leave them loose as you can leave them. And then tighten them up, tighten them on both sides. All right, so now this is tight as crackly tight. All right, so now I've just got to drill the holes where they don't line up. So all these ones don't line up. Just drill them, bolt them together. All right, well, it's all finished. I've drilled all these ones where the 4 panels join together. So there's one there, one in the middle, one at the end, and on the other side as well. So 6 altogether. There's also 6 bolts that are, you can see there, are longer, and that's the ones you need for those 6 points. So leave them till last. Much easier to get everything else done and then drill these. You need to drill it on a high speed. Low speed, it'll just sit there doing nothing. High speed, it'll zip through it, no problem. So that's my video of how to build these Vita XL garden beds, raised garden beds. So the first one I did took me, I don't know, 6 hours or something, and this way that I've done it the second time, having, you know, hindsight, is definitely the easy way. It's only taken about 2 hours, so that's good. Our next video will be to film. See you later. If this video was helpful, and I'm sure it was, please like and subscribe. Thank you. I'm Stayer Off Grid. Have a nice day.